Hi, I'm Subbu from Bessemer Venture Partners. We've just opened a Bangalore office, so Sam from the Bangalore office. Yeah, so we've been active in India for about 7 years, but for the first 5 years, we've been mostly active in growth investing in brick and mortar industries. So we've deployed about $400 million in those businesses. Uh, since beginning of last year, which is 2011, we've made a shift towards technology. So we've been looking to invest in broader technology areas, including internet, mobile, and software as a service areas. So these are the three prime areas where we're looking to deploy our next set of capital. Uh, we're we're fairly stage agnostic. We will invest anywhere from $100,000 to $25 million, early stage to growth to late stage. So that's our view on each of these three areas in terms of stage of investing. We've just started a Bangalore office about 3-4 months ago, just to be closer to the entrepreneurs in Bangalore, because this we believe is the hub of engineering in India. Pretty excited to be here, and we're seeing really high quality teams and high quality stuff that's being made here. Um, I think one thing that we've solved is the engineering problem. I think there is adequate engineering talent available. The stuff that a lot of people get stuck is the sales model, efficient sales model where they can scale their sales without spending a lot of energy and time and capital. Also on the B2B side, there's probably not a lot of high quality sales talent that's available, so that's also a bit of an issue. So we believe, in my observation, the area where people have struggled is sales. Otherwise, rest of the things are in. I think people are trying to learn a lot from what's happened in other geographies. So some of the models that we're trying to do in India have been somewhat successful in the US. So people are trying to learn from what worked there and what can be used here in India. So I think that's one way that could help Indian entrepreneurs. And second, like people are learning newer technologies, people are learning newer ways of selling. We just had this discussion about inside sales. So people are warming up to newer ways of selling. So that should take us to a different positioning in about in some time. I think there'll be a good workforce that will be trained in selling, whether to B2B or SME. Yes, it does, because a typical enterprise sales staff in India would come from Wipro or an Infosys or an SAP or HP or a Dell. Most of those guys are well paid and well settled in their jobs and lives. So it's definitely hard for startups to acquire some of those talent, and a VC name has traditionally helped them in getting those talents. There's no doubt about it. But I think now, over the last 3-4 years, with such an emergence of new startups, and we are seeing successful names in India itself. So I think some of the salespeople are open to joining startups. That's something that we are observing very actively. We are seeing a fair bit of activity on mobile first from India, because the numbers are such that people are forced to think of a mobile first strategy. All the estimates towards smartphone expansion, internet expansion, they all point towards the fact that internet access through mobile is going to be more than desktop or laptop access. So we do see people trying to go the mobile first way. From a scaling point of view, I think numbers are still tiny. If you think there are 5 million smartphones or 25 million for smartphones, I think that was the number that I read somewhere. That's the number of smartphones, but the smartphone users are probably 20% of that. It's only 5 million. With 5 million smartphone users who can download and use apps, it does not have a critical mass yet. So once this number starts becoming 50 million, 25 million of active smartphone users, I think that's when mobile starts becoming a really powerful mode. Today we have a large number of smartphone owners, but they're not actually smartphone users. Right. So that number needs to go up from 5 million active users to something like 25, 30, 40 million users. Right. So a few things at the top of my mind. One, we look for highly ethical set of people. Second one would be a real deep passion for what he or she is trying to do. That's the second one. Third thing, we would ideally like the entrepreneur to bring something real competency to the table, to the founding team, not just a passion or a knowledge or something, a real competency that gives an edge to the founding team. We like our founders to be thinking at their feet, always at the edge, trying to foresee what problems could arise. So those are the few things that that sets some founders apart from the other founders. But it's hard to give a prescription. One is on hiring. Make sure you hire the right team and right numbers. Don't go after hiring a large team, because 80-20 rule applies in a big way when you hire a team, whether it's for coding or whether it's for sales. So you might as well hire less people who are high quality rather than a large number of people who are low quality. I think that's one thing you should keep it. One advice I would have. Second one is in a tech business, keep on the lookout for what could eliminate or kill the business. Technology both on the mobile and internet is fast changing. So there could be something new that's coming your way which you're not open to, and that could kind of take away the advantages that you have in the business. Third one, keep an eye on the competition. Spend time on figuring out what the competition is doing, and how can I be ahead of them. So we expect to deploy a fair bit of our current fund into tech businesses. So you can expect a lot of support from us. We are a globally connected partnership. So if you have a business that has got a strong US linkage, or if you have a product that's going to be sold in the US, or if you think your business is similar to some business in the US that we've funded or anyone has funded in the US, I think you can bank on our collective knowledge to come up to you with some insights, some thoughts, some information that could potentially help you. But in general, we want to help our entrepreneurs, whether we invest or we end up not investing.